Hey there, and welcome back to my channel, Weirdly O.C.D. This is going to be another installment of my Spring Clean mini-series. So far, if you've been keeping up with it, I have done the kitchen and I've done the dining room. And this installment is going to be the living room. I want to start off by saying that I was going to originally plan on rearranging the living room as well as cleaning it in this video. But unfortunately, right now, I just can't come up with a proper arrangement to do it. Simply because, I like things to be centered. Like I like the couch to be centered on the wall. I like things to be centered. And we just have a lot of things in our living room that's either on the wall, or if it's something I can't move, which is pretty much everything that is kind of holding me back from rearranging at the moment. For instance, like this mantle behind me. I like having the couch here because I can center the couch underneath it. It makes it flow really good. But the spindles over here on the side of the living room, between the living room and the dining room, I wouldn't mind having the couch over there either. But then where the TV is at, it would be kind of hard to watch TV because the sun glares in from this front window here onto the TV. And we sit on the couch more than we sit on the two chairs over here. And so yeah. There's that. So I've got the window to center furniture in front of. I've got spindles that I have to center the furniture in front of. The mantle behind me. And then over on that wall opposite of where I'm sitting, there is a coat closet there, which honestly, if it wasn't there, it would make it a little easier to rearrange in here. But I don't have that big of space between where the front door has to open and where the closet is. So the really only thing I can put over along that wall is the television, and that's where it currently is. So unfortunately, no rearranging will be happening in this video. That might come down the line later. Also, it would probably help if we had different furniture. I don't mean different like style of furniture, but like different shaped furniture. So like if we had an L-shaped couch, I could, use the two walls to wrap it around and do like a circle coffee table, and then put like the two kind of sitting chairs over here, over in this corner to like balance out the corners and do something different there, but that's down the line. So no rearranging today, just cleaning, spring cleaning, deep cleaning. I know it's been a little over a week since I uploaded a video, and it's been probably about almost a week and a half since I've uploaded a speed cleaning video. So I've been just a little bit busy with work and trying to get things done around here around the house. We took our dog to the vet to get her second allergy shot because the first one wore off, which the vet said it would, after about 3 or 4 weeks, and it had been about 4 weeks. So, and she was starting to itch again. So. And the vet doesn't think it's a permanent thing. He thinks it's just seasonal from transitioning from like winter, springish to spring, summer. And he said it should hopefully die down during summer, but then it'll probably creep up again once fall kind of hits with hay fever and things like that. But the shot works fantastically. Like she stops itching the very next day after getting the shot. So we went and did that, and I've been doing some things for work, as far as prepping for my test I have to take, and things like that. Plus, I'm getting ready to go on a trip to New York here in a couple of weeks for a family-related thing. So, yeah. So, I'm going to stop talking and start cleaning, and hopefully you will enjoy it. well, taking down those curtains took a little bit longer than I thought. So that previous clip I sped up just a little bit faster than I've been doing with the other clips in the last couple of videos of this. But those curtains need to come down. They need to get washed. I notice it's kind of a little more echoey now because the curtains aren't up to bounce the sound of my voice. And I just forgot, because we've had curtains up on this front window the entire time we've lived here. There was like heavy pleated pink curtains in here when we moved in from the previous owners. And we went out and bought curtains and put those right up after we took the pink ones down. So this has always had curtains on it, and I just totally forgot about how much like wall space there is. Well, I don't know how great you can see it. Kinda there, maybe. How much wall space there is between on each side of this window. Which stinks because I'd love to utilize it. Sorry about the sun. I'll try and stay here, but I'd love to utilize the wall space, but at the same time the curtains make the room kind of feel bigger. But those definitely need washed. I want to definitely get new blinds. I hate mini blinds. I want to replace all the blinds in the house, at least on the main floor. I don't care about the basement windows. Those can just have, cheap curtains. But I would like to replace all the blinds on the main floor of the house with like the fake wood blinds. We have a set of those in the kitchen above the sink on that window, but I'd love to do it on all the windows just so they all match, because I like the reason I don't like these is because, one, they just look cheap. Let's be honest, they look cheap. Now granted, if you need new blinds and you're on a budget, then they work, they work fine. But I think they look a little cheap. And two, the wood blinds are just so much more easier to clean with a Swiffer duster, because these are tiny and they have a ton of, you just have to go through, whereas the wood blinds are thicker, they're more sturdy, they don't want to try and close on you while you're trying to clean them with the Swiffer. So that's one goal, is to change out the blinds and all the windows on at least here, the main floor of the house. So I got those down, so I guess we'll just start cleaning corners up here on the top, which it shouldn't be too bad. Sorry about that, I keep forgetting about the light. It shouldn't be too bad because it hasn't been too long since I've done it. And then we're going to start cleaning ledges and stuff and taking things down and getting this room shaped up. I figured while I had this stuff off the shadow box here, I would actually show you what is up here, because a lot of it actually has significance. It isn't just like some random decorations that we decided to put up here. So, well, these two vases here, these are just kind of random pieces of decoration that we put up there. We really couldn't find something that worked on these ends here, and we came across those and thought they looked really good. This piece here was also kind of a random piece just to put along the bottom part here in the middle just to kind of center things. But everything else, these candlesticks and all these little knickknacks here do have significance because they were Tony's mother's. Tony's mom, unfortunately, is no longer with us. And actually, yesterday was her birthday. She would have been 74. This is a picture of her. Her name is Barbara. And these were all just like little knickknacks and decorations that she had that Tony got from his brother's house a while back, and we decided to bring in and display just because, you know, they're nice little decorations. We wanted to display them in her honor, have a part of her in our home, not just, you know, a picture of her here or there, but things that she actually cherished and enjoyed. We're going to keep them in our house and enjoy them and cherish them as well. But I just want to show you that while I had them down here. As you can probably tell, this is a different day. I'm wearing a different shirt. I've shaved. I kind of had to put a pause on the first part of the video. We had some things to do, and I had some other things to do around the house before I went back to work. So this is the continuation of spring cleaning the living room. Some parts you'll see in here. We have not washed the curtains yet. They're still taken down, so you'll see those not up back on the window quite yet. Other than that, nothing's really changed, so let's get cleaning. I don't think I've ever shown this, but this mantle here that was here when we moved in has a glass on the top, but it is removable, which I like because that way I can take it off, and if there's any like dust or debris or anything under here, I can wipe it up, or a lot of times I'll just vacuum it. It's easier, but it's just so heavy. I mean, it's a thin piece of glass. It's only like maybe that, but it's this long. But we're gonna move it and clean under it. I figured while I have the secretary desk open after I just cleaned it, I would show you what we actually have in here. We have 6 different Norman Rockwell plates. And they all have different designs, obviously, on them. All the Norman Rockwell plates do. If you remember Norman Rockwell, they had plates and coffee cups and figurines and things like that. They're not, I don't think they're really as popular today as they were, 20, 30 years ago. But they're definitely unique. I like them because they are unique. And then we have just some old books down here. A couple of them were given to me by my grandma that lives down in Florida. And the rest of them we just bought from a thrift store to kind of fill up some space in here, because honestly, I've always wanted a secretary desk. I always thought they looked really sophisticated and nice, but I had no idea what you would put in here. So I Googled what to put in a secretary desk before kind of when we got it. We knew we were going to get it. And it said people would put plates in here. Sometimes people would put actual china things in here. We don't have that. Books were a big thing. Pictures, but I didn't like the picture aspect because with the crisscross on the doors, it'd be hard to kind of see it. I know I've got plates in there, and then my cousin gave us, sorry for getting so close, my cousin on my dad's side actually gave us some Norman Rockwell figurines, and our guest room's themed around Norman Rockwell. We have cups and plates and things in there too, books, but I don't really have a place in there to put them, so I think I'm going to put them in the secretary desk because there's 4. I'm going to put them in between the plates on the shelves, but I thought I'd show them to you. There's 1, there's 2, and I believe they all have names. Yeah, underneath they all have names. Here's a 3rd one. And it's so fascinating how detailed these are. And here is the 4th one. So I think I'm going to put those in between the plates here. Kind of like that. And that'll actually give the secretary desk some depth too. That way the plates just aren't up against the back, but it's got some depth with the figurines as well. There are the figurines in there, and I think that looks really good. Like I said, it gives it a little bit of depth. And then we've got the books down here, and then over here I'm going to put these little mini clocks that I have that were my grandfather's. He passed away almost 20 years ago. So I kind of inherited those from him. I liked them, and I decided that I shouldn't say I decided. I asked if I could have them, and my dad, who was his son, said I could. So just something of my grandpa's that I could have. And as you can tell, they all obviously have stopped working. But it's a nice little collection to have of his. I also thought I would show you some of these little figures here that we got from a thrift store. They had a really good deal on them. It was, I want to say they were like 50 cents each or something like that, but they're all little different things, and they go along the top of the secretary desk here. We bought a shelf for them, but I don't know where to put the shelf yet. But there's a little lamp, and some of these are actually really interactive too. The typewriter, you can turn the scroll thing there where the paper would be. We've got a kind of old looking telephone. We have a cuckoo clock where the bird comes out there. A lantern, an old kind of organ, an old radio, an old, oh, my mind just went on blank as to what this is called. But you turn this over here, if I can do it. Yeah, you turn this little handle here, and the record does go around. It's hard to turn it and hold the camera at the same time, but the record goes around. The little camera kind of goes back and forth like when it takes a picture. We have a scale here, and then a little casino thing, if I can get it to focus. Of course. And you can see the thing turns on the inside. Slot machine. There's the name for it. I couldn't think of it. That's it for part 1 of the living room spring clean episode. If you made it all the way here till the end, I greatly appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it. I will be back in a few days with part 2, and I hope to see you then. And if you haven't watched the first 2 installments of this, being the kitchen and the dining room, please go into the organization and cleaning playlist here on my channel and take a look at those. If you haven't subscribed, please do so if you'd like to. And also follow me on Twitter and Instagram. The links are up top along the channel banner. I will see you all next time. Have a great day. Bye-bye.